yours.
Right. Okay. So, the big reveal. Let's start with the stuff that I've got to review. Right. As you've seen, I picked up Flashpoint. That was one of the comics I picked up. Looking forward to reading that. So, I'm going to get down to my comics. And I picked up a wee one for Alec, which is called Spectrum. It
Looking
has
forward
got Terrahawks, Captain Scarlet, and Space Precinct all rolled into one in the story. So I thought he would like it. And then the last time I was at a Comic Con, I picked up one called, it was Dick Turpin one, and the guy who did that did this one. So the artwork I already know is quite good. So I'm looking forward to reading this one, see how it goes. And from the same guy,
What was
he
that
also
called?
did that one is called The Clockwork Cavalier.
Ah,
It's basically it's pre-cyberpunk. It's
yeah.
a clockwork man who has been recruited by the Bow Street Runners to fight crime.
All right.
So, and then the same guy basically did this one, Agent M17, Agents M17 or MI7. Sorry. It basically there's only one superhero,
All
and
right.
he's gone missing, and MI7 have been tasked to find him because this guy has started running amok, and he's also a metahuman. But the guy here has disappeared, and they need to find him to. So that's what that is.
I'm
It's
not
a
sure what
self-contained story.
MI7's remit actually was one that existed. There was one.
Yeah.
Like,
And then this one here, Storm Hunter, in the same world. They did 4 books, 4 stories, 1 world, bold adventures. I only picked up 2 because the other 2 he says was a wee bit ambiguous with the grey areas rather than like that. This one is Storm Hunter. It is set in Scotland, mythical Scotland, where there is kaiju, and the protectors summon kaiju to fight these wolf things. So I'm looking forward to that one.
mm.
And then there was a new guy. He saw my ISOM t-shirt, and I've put his link in the description. Etienne, he's created a new book, Beats of War. I looked at the animation on it, the art style, and it looks really smart, really, really crisp. So I bought the first 3 books just to have a read at. But Scotland's first black superhero. Basically, he says Ripperverse is somebody he looks up to and he wants to be. Another Renaissance
Send it to
man.
Hamza Yusuf. He'll love it.
Aye, another Renaissance man. Basically,
Oh, black.
aye, but the guy basically he does direct documentaries. He does music videos, and he's a big comic book fan.
Wow.
So really nice guy. I was chatting to him for ages, and that's his first 3 books. He's got another one coming out next month, and then one coming out at the end of the year. And so I'm going to give them a read and maybe a review. So that's the comics. Well, that's 90% of the comics. I'm going to keep one of the comics to the end, and we'll get to the normal stuff. So I picked up these 2. Spock. Right.
Real Spock.
Real Spock.
Mm-hmm.
And Kirk. I got these 2 as a deal because I purchased this.
Who's playing some music in the background there?
Where is it? Oh, then it's there, right at the very bottom.
Philip's got his TV up loud again.
Oh, right. Okay.
Because I picked up that Mirror Scotty unopened. So, and I was talking to the guy, and he says he had these 2. These are obviously not Mirror. He says, but the quality is the same as what's in the box for these 2. So I looked at these and I says, if I take that and those 2, you give us a deal. And he did. So,
Is that the figure?
It's a figure.
Oh, right.
I'm going to do a
gotcha.
box opening. I've not even the box. It's sealed. I've not touched it yet, so didn't want to actually open it until hang me. But he says the quality of the figures are similar idea to these
It's
type
weird
of
'cause
quality.
That Kirk one doesn't look anywhere near as
As quirky
from
as
the
Spock does.
Spock.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But
But
maybe it's because
the
Spock's got
quality of
things
the quality of the material. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Look at that one. It's basically got
Oh, yeah.
the stuff. He's communicated his phaser and his tricorder. Kirk has got a phaser, and that is it. He's only got a phaser. So that those three are my Star Trek ones, and I'm looking forward to that one. So that's going to be fun. So the Mirror Scotty is the pick of those ones, and then, as I said, I saw Zatanna, but I decided to get that instead. Classic Punisher.
Oh, the Punisher.
Does that not look cool? That model. None of these ones with a sort of washed out T-shirt. That's what the classic Punisher should look like. Black and white, perfect. So that was I picked that up instead of the Zatanna one. The Zatanna figure was a similar size, and then I picked up a couple of Universal monsters.
Oh, wow.
So I've already got the Creature from the Black Lagoon, and I've also got the Dracula. I've now got the Frankie.
Oh, dear God. That's not Frankenstein. That's Frankenstein's monster. They should know better than that.
Colin, have you seen both of the plays? The ones with Johnny Lee Miller alternating with Benedict Cumberbatch?
No, I haven't.
Oh, they're outstanding.
I've not
I
seen
think
that
they
either.
might still be
And
on.
I even picked up a wee Doctor Who thing.
Cool.
Oh, wow.
See, we were talking about the Loch Ness monster.
Yeah.
There you
What was
go.
the episode about the Loch Ness monster?
Terror of the Zygons.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So there you go.
Ah, the Star Wars blaster, my personal weapon.
My bad.
Yep. The wee Bren
Stain gun.
Sten.
Sorry, the
I
Sterling.
keep-
The Sterling. The Stanley Ward one.
Hmm.
Sterling one. Star Wars
I used to
blaster.
have one of them for my action men, so I did.
New logo.
Oh, I used to have one as when I was in a TA. One of my trades was data telegraphist, which is basically the communications office worker. And my personal weapon was a Sterling.
Yep.
Because I was
Well,
inside.
I love that figure as soon as I saw it. And that, believe it or not, remember I said about how the prices were comparable.
Right, okay, so
You know how much would that? How much would you expect to pay for that on
PJ's having
eBay?
gone silent.
What? Have you said I've gone silent?
Hmm?
No.
I
Can
can't
you
hear
hear?
anything, but my sound may have gone. Can anybody else hear anything?
I
I can hear you, Colin, lad.
But can you hear me?
Yes.
Right, so it's no me. It must be Colin's sound. Thank Christ for that.
Oh, that's
That was
better.
shut down. Right, anyway,
Hold on.
this out of Amazon, how much would you expect to pay? UK guys, I'm not talking to Julie, so I know you're out of that one. How much would you expect to pay in the UK for something like that?
20 quid.
In the Comic Con, £12.
Ah.
As I said, the Comic Con wasn't ripping it. It was basically the prices were really good.
Well, you were
And that
saying
one.
there weren't as many people there, so they were probably just trying to make
Yep.
sales.
Yep, so they were making sales. And I picked up a couple of, I'll leave that one till later. It's a couple of Funkos. This one, I couldn't resist it. Evelyn. Masters of the Universe. I was going to do a Masters of the Universe one, but I couldn't resist Evelyn. She just
Why
looks
don't
cool.
you call Goodlin?
Eh?
Why they didn't call her Goodlin instead of Evelyn? It's a joke
I
from
don't
Robot
know.
Chicken.
Right, and this one here, I could not resist picking it up.
Oh,
Hunt the Wabbit, Hunt the Wabbit. Elmer Fudd opera. Look at that. Does that not look cool?
oh, for peace sake.
What's
What?
wrong, Colin?
What about my sake? Are you still trying to fix your sound while you're actually talking to us? But look at that. Is that no cool? Elmer. There is a range of other ones.
Oh, for
I
God's
want the
sake, what's the matter
Tasmanian
with this thing?
Devil. I actually want all of these, so I do. Eventually I will get them all. But I couldn't resist Elmer. Elmer Fudd. And he's actually, it's in a protective
Oh,
case for a Funko. which I was surprised at.
Colin, do you want to mute your microphone if you're going to keep saying, because it sounds like
Right.
you're repeating.
So, as I said, I'll actually bring this one up before I bring my McFarlane ones. I picked up this one.
Hey,
Army of Darkness.
and he comes with his boomstick.
He comes with his boomstick, his chainsaw, the Necro Comic Con. Seems it was at a Comic Con. You've even got Evil Ash and you've got the Possessed Witch. So there you go, Army of Darkness ones. I just couldn't resist that one. That was actually quite a nice wee set. One of the few things that I saw, which was Ash Williams. So picked up that, and that's going to come out of the box and going to sit in the shelves as well. So far, everything's going to come out of the box except the Funkos. And then I've got two McFarlane. I was going to pick this one up a couple of weeks ago, but I decided to hold off in case I saw it.
Wow.
There you go. Roman, how do you like that one? And see if I've missed any.
It's just a little out of proportion.
It is, but that's the actual typical comic book one.
Yeah.
The animated series one.
I'm just kidding.
And I think the animated series one looks better than any of the movie ones.
It almost reminds me of Mr. Incredible.
Yes, definitely. He's his belt's a wee bit whiffy. So
Yeah.
it's
Incredible before he became a dad and put on weight.
yes, definitely. But
Holy balloons, Batman.
is that what they are, Melvin? The Art Asylum? I think you're right, because I'm sure he mentioned the Art Asylum when I was getting them. So I'm just catching up in this. Yes, it is a phaser in Kurt's pocket. What the brand of where is he? Universal Monsters is. It is Jabba Toys. Jabba Toys Universal Monsters.
Ah.
So it is. So I need to catch up. Right, anything else? But yep. A couple of big finishes. Well, the 10th Doctor was classic companions Leela, Nissa, Ace, and K9. Nowadays, I don't want to see them.
They were fun.
Yeah,
I enjoyed this. They were fun.
and the new monsters. I don't know.
It was Colin Baker, so it was the Sixth Doctor with the Dream Crabs, and I really liked that story.
Right. Here's the one I sent Roman a picture because
To make him jealous.
Look what I picked up. Remember his most recent box opening?
Wow.
I picked that one up.
That's a big
Marvel
deal.
Legends, and it weighs a ton. It is heavy. I think that's the same one that Roman had, and I saw it over here, and I thought, oh, they've managed to get an import Hydra Stomper. And it weighs a ton. When Roman was saying how heavy it is, I remember all the other McFarlane ones, but this is heavy. You can hear it. That is heavy. So I'm looking forward to doing a box opening of that one. And maybe I'll put it at the bottom of my shelf so my shelf doesn't tip forward with the weight on this thing. So that one, that was Roman's fault. I saw Roman doing it and I thought, that's a beautiful model. And I'm not a big Iron Man fan because I've seen a few Iron Man figures, but that one just looks superb. And so that's, I sent Roman a picture of that, so I knew that was coming. So I've got 4 more, and these are the big ones. So what I'm going to do is put these 2 aside and leave them to the very end. Right, Benji, don't bite it. And how about these 2 Universal Monsters? Frankie and Drac. There you go. They all look cool. 14-inch action figures. 14-point articulation. And there is a couple more in the set. There is the Bride of Frankenstein and the Creature from a Black Lagoon, the Mummy, and what was the other one? Wolfman. So guess what one I'm getting next? But look at them. They're going to come out the box, stand beside Ash, so Ash can fight both of them.
Mhm.
Ash's 12-inch figure, these are 14, but for Frankie, that wouldn't be an issue. They just look cool. Change about hands, same idea, typical dolls. So as soon as I saw them, I said to him, much of them, and I was expecting a high price. They were fairly low, and I picked up both of them because the prices were so low. Take a guess per figure, considering how much you know a lot of these.
Tenner each.
Aye, right. If I could get
Well, I'm
them
going
for
to spot on.
what would you pay, what would you expect them to charge for these figures? Not what you would actually hope they would charge. Go on.
I was thinking tenner each.
Yeah,
No idea.
25 each.
Bloody hell.
And look at the size of them. They're just beautiful figures. I like my Universal monsters, so I do. You know what I mean? So that is 2, and I've got 2 more, and these are my favourite 2. Right. This one, I decided to pay a wee bit extra for a comic. Judge Dredd, graded.
Oh, nice. In the Cursed Earth, I know.
Yeah, look at that. Is that not a beautiful? They had 4. One of them had the fatties, but that's very typical Judge Dredd. The other 2, they weren't, to me, didn't look Judge Dreddish. They had Dredd on them, but they just look like a very generic Judge Dredd one. Whereas this one, yeah, I mean, look at that one. Although the only thing I don't like about it, his gun. He's got it on his waist, so he has rather than his boot. It's the only thing I didn't like about that. But yeah, I mean, look,
It's also very high for a gun anyway as well.
Yeah. So it's on his waist, and I would have preferred if he still had it in his boot, because the judges always have them on the boot and they actually know how to draw them. But I picked that up. That is going to go up. I'm going to find a space. If something has to come down for this to go up, that's happening. So I've always wanted a graded comic, and it had to be a Dredd one, because there was a load of other comics, some £300-400. That wasn't. And this is the final one. And I've been looking for this one for an age. Remember we were talking about Action Men? And I says, I need to get myself a new Action Man. Well, I decided to get one. And there was a specific one I was looking for. I'm just actually fixing this wee bit. I can fix it later on. There was one I was looking for, because you know I'm a big John Wayne fan. Well, there's a John Wayne Action Man from the Green Beret. Look at that.
I would hate to guess that's Green Berets, isn't it? That's John Wayne in the Green Berets.
That's exactly what it is. So I finally decided I was going to get it on eBay. It was actually cheaper by about £5 at the Comic Con. £50, and on eBay, on Amazon, it was £54.95 plus postage. So look at that model. Is that not a great one? Going to go with all my John Wayne movies. So I just need to actually, when I was bringing them up, I clipped that. It just slides in there. So it's fairly straightforward to put it back together. It's just I clipped it. But he's got his watch on, his bracelet. It just looks amazing. So I've got new toys to play with, boys and girls. Ooh, doo, 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 doo. Doo, 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 doo. Where's the vampire? Oh. Anyway, so that's my toys. That's my new toys. And did I spend too much? Nah. Did I spend a lot? But no, does that not look cool? This one here alone made my day when I got it. So it did. So John can stand up there beside Ash, fighting off the two other ones. I love that figure. So there you go. That's my Comic-Con pick. So my two favourite things. A lot of the stuff I got, I really enjoy. But my two favourite thing is Dredd and the Duke. So what do you think? Was it worth it?
Yes, it was.
Only you can decide.
Very good. Quite the haul.
It is a haul and a half. I must admit, I am so looking forward to the next Comic-Con in June. Or July. I think it's June. But there you go. That is definitely John. I saw that because I was, remember I told you before, I was always trying to find stuff that I had as a kid, and an Action Man fell into that route. And I could have bought the wee bog standard Action Men. They're 20 quid, 1 week outfit, and I said, nah. So I was looking for, and I saw the John Wayne one, the Green Beret one, and I wanted that one. I was going to buy it, and I thought, Comic-Con's coming up, I'll put it off. It had 3. The other 2 look cool. Full American military outfit, Second World War. But when you had the Green Beret, John Wayne, I just thought that actually looked cool.
Oh, it does, definitely.
It definitely does. It looks amazing.
Yeah, it's a shame you don't have a a speaker in it, and then you could hear his voice.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, even his belt, I mean, these all unclip, so you can take the water bottle out.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, so there you go. That one there at the back's unclipped. So I don't want to mess around with it, but because if I do that, I could pull it too much. But you can see it's unclipped there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
the old thing
American
clips.
pattern webbing as well. Yeah.
Yep. So that's my haul. So
I'm not sure why it's got a parachute clip up there, but then again, I'm not that familiar with American.
I think that's just a clip to release. This is a release clip, so it would actually drop the whole thing.
Yeah, possibly.
Well,
like,
you can take it off.
It's a carabiner, yeah. I don't know, maybe it's just a carabiner
It's just a carabiner because look, you can just see
it.
Yeah.
Aye. Just for repelling and so on, maybe.
So I need to put it back on. I don't want to mess it around too much. There you go. Yeah, back on. So that's my figures. That's my haul. I like the McFarlane stuff. That one there's going. I'm going to do a box opening for this one. Not obviously as good as copying Roman's box opening because he's already done this one. But there you go. So I hope you actually enjoyed my wee trip to the Comic-Con. And I was going to actually do some of my stuff there, but I've still got more stuff in the bag over there that I got at the Comic-Con. And that's over the next couple of months. They'll be released one at a time. So there you go.